This is going to be your timeline messages, what timeline you're in and what timeline you are headed in. So pick 1, 2, or 3 and stay tuned for the very end for collective advice messages. Number 1, what timeline is number 1 in? Please and thank you. Alright. And what timeline is number 1 headed in? Number 2, what timeline is number 2 in? And what timeline are they headed in? Actually, you've shifted quite recently, number 2, today, as a matter of fact. You've gotten some information that was valuable to you, whether you know it or not. I heard number 1, you're almost there. And number 3, it can be blinding at times, but you've got this. And for the collective advice, I'll save that for the very end. Time to read your stone, my darling, for collective energy. Once upon a time, they want it to be a story. Very well then. Once upon a time, you had a hole in your soul. You found this hole and you found it to be quite deep. However, you started filling it with nonsense, and eventually there was a very crack in your foundation and you had to start completely anew. You made waves in your very soul, in your very heart, in your very mind, and you had to transform that energy and transfer it into something else. You've been working on projects that may not necessarily make sense to you at this time, but you will see things in due time. Any day now, any week now, expect some recognition for your transformation and your latest, greatest project. People have their eye on you. Lots of eyes I see in this stone. Particularly this one, which was the beginning of your reading. Interesting. So, if that's your energy, you've come to the right place. If it's not, perhaps you're not quite there or you're almost there. Good luck on your journey. Now then, will you pick number 1, number 2, or number 3? Number 1, Selena in Capricorn. You could have Selena in Capricorn. Fantasy brought in intimacy. Your current timeline is you kind of just really want to have fun in your life at this time. And you kind of want to imagine what direction you could go in rather than focusing on a specific direction is really what I'm getting for you, number 1. Now the timeline you're entering into, Master, you have the ability to manifest anything. So, number 2, you're number 1. You probably have a message in number 2. I would say the second timeline for number 2 applies to what you're bringing in to reality. That's what they're saying to me. So look at number 2 for that reading and what they're headed towards in that timeline. That's what you're manifesting right now. With your imagination, with the fun that you're having, you're going to be bringing that kind of reality in for yourself. The fact that you're setting an intention just to have fun and you're just imagining all the best ways it can go. That's how you're bringing in whatever it is you're bringing in. Like I said, check out number 2 and what they're bringing in. So, timeline you're in and what is coming to you. These are your timeline messages. And number 1, many blessings. Number 2, what timeline you're in. Venus in Virgo. You could have Venus in Virgo. learning the easy way versus the hard way. I'm getting that saying, work smarter, not harder. That's what you're learning at this time, is how to plan things and put them into action for yourself, is really what I'm getting for you. I almost said number one. Number one and number two are very connected. So number one was your past energy of you just wanted to have fun and create things, and you did. And now you are learning the best way how to work with them, is really what I'm getting for your message. Since I want to say number one and number two and number two and number one, interesting. They're definitely connected. So this is the energy you're in now and what you're heading towards. Aries, you could have Aries in your chart. Showing initiative, rushing forward, being bold and courageous. You have a project you're going to kind of jump into that you're not really going to be so sure of. Or a relationship, or both. I'm getting for some it's just a project, some it's just a relationship. For some, it is a relationship brought on by a project. Maybe someone notices you and wants to hire you, or someone notices something you recently did and wants to work with you regardless. I'm getting platonic energy, not romantic energy. But expect, regardless, this new project you're going to kind of jump into, it's really going to make waves for people, and they're really going to notice you a lot more in a good way, in a leadership way, in an emperor strategy way. I'm being shown the emperor card. The emperor is someone who is strategic. I believe emperor is also Aries, but I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I can live with that. I don't know all the signs for cards, but I'm being shown the emperor card. You're creating a strategy that's going to help you win in your life game of chess, is your overall message. You're headed towards victory. You've created, you've manifested, you're working with it, and it's leading to more popular projects that are going to get you where you want to be. Right now, I feel like you're in the energy of wanting to be noticed for your projects, so you can make more money, so you can make more projects, have more funding to do more things. I heard help the world and innovate. So this is the timeline you're in and the timeline you're headed towards. And number two, many blessings. Number three, I almost want to say number three is me. You're excited for what life has in store for you. Sagittarius, you could have Sagittarius in your chart. Positive, sincere, easygoing, looking for new experiences. You're here for a good time, not a long time, is what I heard. You are doing things on the fly, and you're enjoying it. You no longer feel the need to be strategic in everything you do. You've learned that when you kind of just go with the flow, everything is working out for you. You could be doing subliminals of like, I want it, I got it, everything I want is coming to me now. Like, I'm getting positive affirmations you've definitely been using. Heavy on the positive. And it's transforming your mind and your life. So, great job, number three. And what you're headed towards, mystical, connected to gods. Get ready for a godlike experience. Get ready for a glow up that's going to make people really just be like, who is this divine creature? They're like, are they mystical? Are they magical? Are they just ethereal? Or are they connected to someone very powerful? What they don't know is, yes, it's all true, and yes, it's all part of your affirmations. You are proof that constant inner work on self between affirmations and actually changing your routine works. So get ready to glow up and everyone to notice it. So this is just a confirmation. Everything you're doing is working for you. These are your timeline messages. Number three, many blessings. Alright, my loves, many blessings to all. If you stayed for the collective advice, we have Capricorn. You could have Capricorn in your chart. We have cool and controlled, following own way, ambitious. No matter what anybody throws at you, stay cool as a cucumber. Know you're in control of your own life, and it is your path, not anybody else's, that are going to lead you to your glory. Stay true and sincere, even when others are insincere, for you know you best, not them. Do not let other people cause you to falter in the things you wish to do. It is simply their own mind not being able to expand the same way yours does. This does not make them narrow-minded, just simply insecure and insincere in their own life, and they project it on others. How could you do this if I could not? Expect a lot of people, I'm afraid to say, to be kind of jealous that you've gotten as far as you have. Like everybody you know. You may feel like you don't have a friend in the world because you are going to be going past all the limits people had placed on their ideals for who you are and how far you could go in life and what you would do. You're making moves, not excuses, and it shows, and other people are just making excuses for themselves and putting all that on you. It's not your fault that you chose to follow your own dreams. Oh wait, yes it is. It is their fault for not doing the same. Remember this. This is the advice for this overall collective. Many blessings to all. Love, Magi Goddess. Until next time, my loves.